7 days EuroCup in association with
We welcome you to Italy for the 7 days EuroCup playoffs. Virtus Segafredo Bologna set to host Lazio Farm Ulm in the quarterfinals here at the Paladozza. The away side have made the 1-hour flight from southern Germany to northern Italy, having last week shocked the top seed in these playoffs, Juventud, in the last 16. They have now matched their best ever EuroCup finish, reaching this stage for the first time since their debut campaign in 2013. Last week's win in Badalona, their first knockout game in continental competition in 8 years, and in his third campaign on the bench. It was also the first ever European playoff game as a head coach for Jaka Lakovic, and it came just a few kilometres up the coast from Barcelona, where he won the EuroLeague title as a player in 2010.
Virtus is a totally different team this time than it was both times in regular season. They have a great team. We have great respect. They are favorites in this game, but we came here to try to have a great game, compete, and we will see what this means for us.
Bologna are a two-time EuroLeague champion and one of the continent's sleeping giants, but have been awakening in recent years. Last season saw them celebrate their first Italian league title in 2 decades, and now they want to return to Europe's top table. The Italians have won 4 in a row, and they're led by 3-time Eurobasket winning head coach Sergio Scariolo.
We had to play with the different physicality. We had to control rebound. We have been out-rebounded in both games. They're good. They are a good athletic team. For sure they will be excited after having eliminated the #1 seed, Badalona. So we know that we are absolutely aware that it's going to be a tough one.
Welcome now inside the Paladozza, where it's Virtus Segafredo Bologna against Lazio Farm Ulm in the quarterfinals of the 2021-22 7 days EuroCup. A very good evening from me, Tim Long. After the remarkable drama of the last 16, what could possibly lie in store in the final 8 tonight and tomorrow? The new EuroCup concept of single-game knockout ties throughout the playoffs led to shockwaves across European basketball's second-tier competition in the last stage. Ulm one of the main protagonists as they knocked out the top seed Juventud Badalona. And they're in the first quarterfinal tonight. The other one this evening sees Gran Canaria welcome Andorra at the same time as this one. Tomorrow, Cedevita host Partizan's conquerors Bursaspor, and Valencia welcome Metropolitan, with the winners of that one set to face the winners of tonight's game here in the semi-finals next week. There's a matchup this evening of 2 of the best forwards in the competition. Kyle Weems, who went to the finals with Strasbourg in 2015, leads them, averaging 13.2 points, and a competition joint 6th best 1.5 steals for Bologna. Jaron Blossomgame, one of the best newcomers in the EuroCup. He puts up a team 2nd best 15.9 points, and a competition 3rd best 7.7 rebounds. Both of those two shooting very efficiently inside and out. Blossomgame the difference when Ulm beat Bologna at home in round 11, but he did struggle when they lost here in this arena in round 2. Ready for the official introduction of the visiting team from Germany first. Lazio Farm Ulm 7-11 to finish 8th in Group B in the regular season. They won just 1 of their last 7 in the regular season before a huge shock win on the road at top seed Juventud in the last 16 last week, when they became the first visiting team to win in Badalona this season. They ended the Spaniards' 9-game winning streak on home court. It was a solid offensive effort to put up 79 points against the best defense in the EuroCup, but their perimeter defense was decisive. They limited Juventud to just 7 of 35 for 20% on the perimeter. Arrive here with a better record on the road than they have at home this season. 5-5 away from home, just 3-6 back in Germany. They're looking to cause their second consecutive upset in front of these fans here in Bologna, who will be right behind their team, as the Badalona fans were last week. Who showed plenty of quality and character to pull off that road win. Will lightning strike again tonight? Bologna were 11-7 to finish 4th in Group B in the regular season, behind 3rd place Cedar Vita on a head-to-head tiebreaker. Only one win behind the top 2, Gran Canaria and Valencia. They beat the 5th place team from Group A, Lech Kabelis, here by 8 points in the last 16 last week, 75-67. The Lithuanians did push them all the way with their 3-point shooting. Bologna struggled on the outside themselves, shooting just 21%, but their 63% two-point shooting enough to see them through. And they're now on a 4-game winning streak in this competition, also winning 6 of their last 7. They're 7-3 here on home court. And they'll be supported by around 5,500 fans at the Paladozza this evening. One of the most star-studded rosters in the second-tier competition. A roster perhaps worthy in terms of its quality of a place in the EuroLeague. But we've seen already in this postseason that names on a roster aren't all that counts. Ulm showed it at Badalona against the top seed, and a night later, Bursaspor showed it in front of over 19,000 at the Stark Arena against the second seed Partizan. These two teams did meet twice in the regular season. Bologna winning by 10 here back in round 2 in October, but Ratio Farm winning by 16 in Ulm in round 11 in January. Sergio Scariolo leads Bologna. Jaka Lakovic, the young coach, leads Ulm into another game where they will hope to upset the odds. Look at their roster first. Samaje Christon averaging a EuroCup second best, 17.6 points, in a competition 4th best, 6.5 assists a game. So Darius Thornwell, a big addition for them mid-season. Thomas Kleypais, 8.2 points on 43% outside shooting, and the team's second best, 3.4 assists a game as well, but they're missing Cristiano Felicio and Philip Herkenhoff this evening. So much talent for Bologna. Cordigne, 10 points a game. Bellinelli, 12.1 points. Paola, a team second best, 3.9 assists. Kevin Hervey, a competition 8th best, 1.5 steals, double-digit scoring as well. Mamjaite, a team second best, 12.4 points. A competition 5th best, 7.4 rebounds. Toko Shengelia and Daniel Hackett both joining, having started the season in the EuroLeague with CSKA. And of course, Milos Teodosic, a EuroLeague champion in 2016, a 3-time All-EuroLeague first-teamer, and he leads this competition in assists, averaging 8.6 a game this season. In that first game here between these two, Bologna dished a season-high 29 assists. They had 5 scorers in double figures. And in the reverse meeting, Ulm dominated the boards and had 5 double-digit scorers of their own against a Bologna side that was depleted, missing Teodosic, Hervey and Mannion, without yet having signed Shengelia and Hackett. Quick introduction to your officiating crew for this quarter-final. Bologna have had to deal with many injuries through the course of the campaign, but that could perhaps prove a blessing in disguise here in the playoffs. Coach Scariolo now has a stable of battle-hardened horses to choose from. In last week's win over Lech Kabelis, he used a 10-man rotation with all 10 players getting at least 10 minutes. Nobody coming close to 30. In contrast, all forced to ride their stars hard to hold off Joventut in Badalona. The biggest win as a coach yet for Jaka Lakovic on the bench. Samaje Christon and Jaron Blossom games, and Darius Thornwell as well played at least 33 minutes each. How big a factor could the fresher legs be tonight, especially if the game remains close down the final stretch? A big factor for Ulm is limiting the turnovers. They have the second most in the competition. And they face a team that forces plenty of turnovers in Bologna with their aggressive backcourt, so taking care of the ball, crucial for another upset win, especially in this atmosphere as well. Ulm arrive here with the wind in their sails after a stunning win on the Spanish coast. Still, no team in the quarterfinals has fewer wins than them this season, but 5 of their 8 have come away from home. Now the Road Warriors go from Badalona to Bologna, looking to upset another former EuroLeague champion. Bologna, a 2-time king of the continent, playing some beautiful team basketball. First Italian league title in 2 decades last season. The aim now, a first European trophy in 21 years. This team currently 3rd all-time in assists per game in competition history. Teodosic, of course, in the driver's seat in that regard, but 5 players averaging at least 2.3 a game. If they dish 23 or more, they're 7-0 this season. If they don't, they're just 4-7. Can Bologna pass the test tonight? Or will the giant killers of Ulm strike again? They have shown, the Germans, that anything is possible, especially on the road, especially on the road to greatness. We're underway at the Paladozza in the quarterfinals of the 7 days EuroCup. Bologna start with the ball. Daniel Hackett averaging 8.5 points over 6 games since signing. An early 3-point shot from Teodosic, wide of the mark. Ulm had several small deficits through the course of the game in Badalona last week. They were able to cling in, keep it close, and then when it got late in the game, the pressure flipped onto the hosts. Pressure that ultimately made Juventud crumble. And we'll try and keep it close for as long as possible again here tonight. Long range 2, knocked down by Kyle Weems, the top scorer for Bologna this season. Gets them up and running. Samaje Christon, the 2nd top scorer in the whole competition, guarded by Hackett. Christon averaging 17.6 points per game, also the 4th best player in terms of assists. Little up fake, hand in his face from Hackett, knocks it down, and answers right back. That will settle the Ulm nerves. Hackett to his former Seska teammate Schengelia, up against Blossom game in the battle of the power forwards. That one short from Schengelia. And a quick pass down the floor, but a chase back rejection from Schengelia to make amends for his miss. He stops Jaron Blossom game in his tracks. Spin, hesitation, banker good for Mam Jaite. Christon. Will take it over the top of Schengelia. Chance for Bologna to build momentum early on. Schengelia, baseline spin, grabs his own rebound and gets a taste of his own medicine. A backlash from Blossom game, but it comes right back at him. That is a matchup to watch. Looking he can stretch the floor as well, Jaron Blossom game. Knocks down the triple, having been involved heavily on the offensive and defensive ends early on. Schengelia battling Blossom game again. Just let those two play one-on-one. forwards looking to send a statement early on. Bretzel handing off. Clay Pice. Samaje Christon. Double figure scoring in 16 of his 17 appearances this season. And that time into a pack of players. He draws the attention of the defence and dishes off to Bretzel. All within one. There's a trip as Shaite tried to get free into the paint off the pass from Teodosic. It's only one basket each so far for Shengelia and Blossom game, but it feels like more than that. Here's Shengelia again, just to make that statement incorrect from a few seconds earlier, as he nips in off the inbound pass, but they've both blocked a shot, they've both grabbed rebounds, they've both gone at each other. Christoph, 2 assists for him already. Samaje taking the shot this time with pinpoint precision. All within one once more. Teodosic, float forward 3, misses, rebound, ripped down, and Orm can try and take the lead here. 4 points, 2 assists for Samaje Christon already. Long range 2 near side. That one misses for Thornwell. Hackett. Defense not budging an inch. Back it goes to Teodosic. Shot clock down to the final 6. Excellent feed. Teodosic lit the fuse. Kyle Weems detonated the dunk. Beautiful Bologna basketball. Bologna lead by 3. High catch Blossom game. To the elbow, twisting and turning against Shengelia again, and an air ball from Blossom game. Teodosic, it's Hackett for 3. This is the open 3. A man who has shot 40% on the perimeter since signing from CSKA. That's the big statement throwdown early on. To be Bologna's best creator to their best scorer this season. Just over the midway point of the first quarter, we will go to the benches for a timeout with Bologna leading by 3, 12-9. About the back-to-back rejections early on, the physical battle between Shengelia and Blossom game. 4 points for Shengelia, 4 for Jaite, 4 for Weems. Those 3 have spread Bologna's scoring about. Samaje Christon leads all with 4 points. Blossom game has knocked down the only 3 of the game. What a way for Jakalakovic to get his first ever continental playoff win in his first ever continental playoff game as a head coach last week in Badalona. Christon. Blossom game. He had 21 points in Badalona last week. He's going to take another 3 here. After hitting his first attempt, an air ball by a long way. He was big in the home win over Bologna in round 11. Starred with a game-high 19 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists as well. Teodosic jinking and jiving and finding Shaite, who misses the two-handed throwdown. And all not hanging around to show any sympathy. They'll battle on the boards and put it in with Nicholas Bretzel, the 22-year-old product of the Ulm Juniors. Back within one again, Shaite, looking to make amends, gets to the foul line for 2. That's usually a guarantee for Matt Shaite. Samson getting a few words of wisdom before coming in from Scariolo. Shaite at the line led the team in the last 16 win with a game-high 20 points. He only missed 1 of his shots, 9 of 10 from the field. He shoots 71% through the season. After missing the open dunk, he makes the foul shots and then goes to the bench. Bologna by 3. Turnaround three-point shot from the 18-year-old Fedor Zogic, balancing the baseline. And then throwing it away was Paiola. Crystal. Samson, fresh off the bench, trying to stay with him. And in the end, committing the foul. That's the first on Bologna in the game. Kriston. Down 3. Kriston gets it back from Blossom Game, fires the 3 for the tie, misses. Rebound grabbed by Kevin Hervey. Teodosic slicing and dicing, hanging and hitting, and walking off into the 3rd row. Milos Teodosic with some magic for Bologna. Favourite who went into the fans in celebration. He's averaging 11.1 points and a competition high 8.6 assists. He's now got 3 points, 3 assists in the opening 7 minutes of this one. Bologna lead by 6 points. There's 4 fouls on Ulm now as well, so any further fouls for the rest of this quarter will send Bologna to the line. Here's Blossom Game, spinning into a pack of players. That opens space on the perimeter for Zogic, who misses his 2nd 3 already. The dynamic Karim Yallo rips it down and gives them a fresh 14 on the shot clock. They keep on jacking up 3s and keep on missing them. They'll go again, 3rd chance scoring opportunity. And this time a foul, much to Bologna's frustration. Isaiah Cordigne coming in for Bologna. Of a plethora of players averaging double figures for points for them this season, 10 points a game exactly on average. The 25-year-old French shooting guard. Phillips set to come in for Ulm, another product of their junior system. There's a huge disparity in terms of the strength and depth of these two rosters. Bologna are able to rotate at will and maintain quality. Ulm have a small sprinkling of superstars as far as they're concerned, and then a supporting cast hoping to provide the best platform. Alessandro Paiola knocking down a 3 for Bologna, gives them a 7-point lead. Nice passing from Bologna, the assists kings of the EuroCup. Turned over very nearly off the inbound pass. Paiola's come into the game and made a great effort. Off the bench, he had a career-high 6 steals here against Ulm in round 2. Still Ulm possession here though. Final 2 minutes of the first quarter. They're down by 7. Samaj Christon looking to take on Sampson with a hand right in his face. Misses again on the outside. Ulm just 1 of 7. Christon 0 of 3. Here's Sampson on the offensive end now. In traffic, able to score and flex his muscles. Bologna lead by 9. Zogic. Yellow just about able to balance in the corner. Again, it's a static 3. They're 1 of 8 now. Ulm, who kept it so close on the road and played such a wise game, a battling game in Badalona last week, seemed to have lost their heads early on. By Bellinelli to Sampson. Sampson lost it and then commits the unsportsmanlike foul. That might be Ulm's get-out-of-jail card here in the first quarter. Excellent defense from Christoph Phillips, having only just come in. And the unsportsmanlike called on Sampson, which will result in 2 free throws and possession for Ulm. Break for Jakelakevic's side. Phillips hits the first, 1 more to come, then they get the ball back as well. The other great part of that story for Jakelakovic getting that playoff win in Badalona last week was that he was an assistant with Badalona before he got the head coach role with Ulm. Zogic, final minute of the first quarter coming up, slicing through the paint and scoring. The teenager taking on the responsibility. So Ulm have closed that 9-point gap to 5 in the final minute of the first, and there's a foul on the Ulm defense. That puts them to the limit now, and will will send Bologna to the foul line for 2. Quartefinals playing his 3rd EuroCup campaign. He had a couple of seasons with Nanterre. He was an all-EuroCup first-teamer last season. Misses the free throw, but they get an upgrade with Kevin Hervey. Big on the boards. Bologna up by 8. First shot and score for Hervey. Per Gunter comes in for Ulm. He's retiring this season. He's the only player on the roster with previous EuroCup or EuroLeague playoff experience. That was with Ulm back when they were last in the playoffs in 2014. He's handling the ball for the Germans now up against the 21-year-old Mannion, who's come in at point guard for Bologna. He gets the switch onto Bellinelli. Gunter puts it on the floor. Zugic for 3. Wide of the basket. Rebound grabbed by Hervey. Nominal differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of the first quarter now, so Mannion to slow it down. The young guard looking to show wisdom beyond his years. Schengelia out to Cordigné. He misses, batted away, and Ulm at least protect their basket, but they've conceded 25 first quarter points to trail by 8 at the end of 1. And if they are going to produce another upset, it's going to have to be even more impressive now. At the end of 1, Bologna 25, Ulm 17. Kyle Weems with a couple of baskets in the first quarter. He started the scoring and had the play of the game so far. Blossom game able to knock down a 3, but that's the only 3 of the game for Ulm on 8 attempts. You're going to have to improve their outside shooting. Toko Schengelia, 4 points so far. Ulm were keeping it close for so long before Bologna opened up a 9-point advantage. Teodosic pulling the strings, that's 3 assists. Weems with the biggest finish on a big night for Bologna. So far, Teodosic to the basket for a score of his own as well, a 3-point play. And the points are pouring for Bologna, 25-17 at the end of 1. And 9 of 15 from 2-point range. Taking 4 3-point attempts, they're 1 of 4, all 1 of 8. Just 2 assists so far for the Germans, 6 for Bologna. That's how they like to do business. It's happening again. Remember, they're a perfect 7-0 in games this season when they've hit 23 assists. These fans have been fantastic all season in northern Italy. They would love to help their team towards the Northern Italian EuroLeague derby with AX Milan next season, which would be on the calendar if they were to go all the way and win this competition. Ulm start the second quarter with the ball, down by 8. Gunter guarded by Mannion and commits the offensive foul. Well, that is a nightmare start to the second for Ulm. A chance now for Bologna to open the first double-digit lead of the evening. Mannion averaging 13 minutes a game this season. That's off to Cordigné. Mannion again, looking for Hervey. He wants to post up here and back down his man up against Yallo. Shoots over the top, misses. Blossom game Able to tip it towards Bretzel in the end. Zugic looking to take on the responsibility again, the teenager, but lost it in traffic. Nice passing. Bologna picking Ulm apart in transition. The Italians have the semi-finals locked in their sights already. They lead by 10. Defense leading to transition offense. Ulm looking to answer back. Can't afford to let the deficit grow too much more. And they get back within single figures through Bretzel. Bellinelli going behind the back. That's the ultimate veteran against the youngest player ever to have played in the EuroLeague. Bellinelli, 36 years of age now, over 900 games in the NBA, where he won the championship with Spurs in 2014. And Zugic, who was the youngest EuroLeague player 3 years ago, when he made his debut at the age of 15 years, 157 days, playing for Bruchnos Podgorica. This from Jaite, close to the basket again, the 71% shooter this season. He's missed a layup and a dunk now, it's 2 of 4. Gunter. Foul on Mannion. First on Bologna in this second quarter. Clay Pice had a quiet game in the last 16 win at Badalona. Flips it inside towards Bretzel, poked away. And Bologna with a chance to go up by double figures again. Bellinelli to Mannion. Veteran to youngster. Hervey. Jaite coming out to run interference. Bellinelli on the baseline cut. Down to the bench, but still Bologna possession. Seven on the shot clock. Bologna by 8. Mannion to inbound to Hervey. Bellinelli on the spin at the perimeter. Tough shot, knocked down, no foul. Ulm the rebound, looking to force the issue quickly down the floor. And they get something for it as well. Jaron Blossomgame, so often the man to step up. His second field goal, his first on the inside. Closes the gap to 6, having trailed by 10. Mannion. Although turn it over as well. A second foul on Bologna. Thomas Clay Pice, the Austrian international, grabbing it before Bellinelli. Bretzel, guarded by Jaite. Clay Pice to Bretzel, getting in behind. Frustrated with himself, he couldn't put it in. It would have been a chance at a three-point play. He got basket side of Jaite. Bretzel, 2 meters 12 centre, just 22 years of age. Played a minor role across the last 3 campaigns in this competition after coming through the Ulm Juniors system. He's increased his productivity and been efficient in 11 minutes a game this season. He's got 7 points and 4 rebounds to lead his team. Make it 8 points, 4 rebounds. He's leading all players in the game in those categories. He's only played 8 minutes. He's 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line now. Bellinelli. pull-back crossover. Back it comes to Cordigne. Shot clock winding down. Cordigne off the mark, didn't hit the rim. So a shot clock violation, and Ulm, who trail by 10, have a chance to make it a single possession game. That's enough to force a timeout on Bologna, called by Sergio Scariolo on the home side's bench.
They're stepping out with big, like this. We gotta have this dive. So directly from the passer or from Bailey coming off, there are two people every time. So hit dives, okay? Gotta go back going inside. We are playing too much on the perimeter, too many dribble, go back inside, go and see. Next one is gonna be 5 up, okay? 5 up, go and see. Defensively, we need on this one with Klepesh to stay locked in, very close. And then here, put pressure on the handbag. Let's go.
Bologna poured in 25 points in the first quarter. Sergio Scariolo's team have scored just 2 here in the second. They led by 10 3 minutes ago. They're on a long drought since then. Can they turn the tide again off the back of the timeout? Christon with a laser beam pass out to Blossom Game in the corner, got it, and Ulm are back within a whisker. From 10 down, Ulm have closed it to 1. Weems' entry pass into Jaite, up against Bretzel, who's performed excellently so far. Schengelia spins between the double team, misses. Jaite, offensive rebound, defense tries to put up a ceiling above him. Jaite finds a way to blow through it. Christon taking the ring road around the defense, coming back out. 3 points now the lead for Bologna. Jakalakovic directing traffic from the far side, the head coach. And it's knocked down by his star player, Samaje Christon, to get Ulm within 1 again. 27-17 was the 10-point lead for Bologna. They've just ended a 3-minute drought. Bellinelli off balance 3. He's determined to convince the official he was fouled. They do not agree. Bellinelli's going to head to the bench. We talked about Ulm's struggle on the outside, just 1 of 8 from 3-point range in the first quarter. They've hit their only attempt just a few seconds ago from downtown here in the second quarter, and Bologna are only 1 of 7 in the game. Here they come again with Clay Pice, back-to-back threes for Ulm, and they are ahead from 10 down. The underdogs of Ulm showing anything is possible yet again. Jaite got it down 1 as Bologna look to bounce back. There's double figures in the first half already for Mam Jaite. Sometimes unplayable in the paint, but Ulm are picking up pace on the perimeter. Just 1 of 8 in the first quarter, 2 of 2 here in the second. Jaite, though, the leading scorer in the game, puts Bologna ahead again. Clay Pice to Blossom Game, 2 players who've hit the outside shot. This time they'll attack on the interior, the roll around twice, and it wouldn't quite drop. But a foul as Christon looked to go for the offensive rebound. They'll push in the back from Hackett. Right on the midway point of the second quarter. Ulm trailing by 1 at the line for 2. It wasn't a trip to the line, it was an inbounding situation. And Weems dishes off in transition. Shaite doing his thing again. Mr. Unplayable in the paint, at it once more. 13 points already, and a chance to add one more from the strike for Mam Shaite. He's more than made amends for that missed dunk very early in the game. He's 5 of 7 from the field now. Misses from the line for the first time. Here comes Sindarius Thornwell. We've not seen much of him. Just 2 points from the foul line. Clay Pice getting hot on the perimeter. Thomas Clay Pice with 2 threes here in the second. Ulm level again, 34-34. Schengelia against Blossom Game, spins baseline into the double team, back into the paint. Pretzel, along with his teammate, doing just about enough. Excellent pass from Thornwell, far side. Clay Pice has the hot hand, and Bologna are getting burnt. Thomas Clay Pice with 3 threes here in the second, and Ulm lead from 10 down. Has got hot. Very quick here. He had a quiet game last week.
Then defensive transition.
On the road in Barcelona.
We got to get back. If we are in the right matchup, if we are in cross match, don't leave Klepish. Stay with him. And let's stay connected. We got to make sure that Christon doesn't advance the ball to fence. Got to put the body there. And Biggs got to sprint back. We cannot help you. We got to get back. Go 20.
Bologna trying to sort it out here. He's their biggest problem at the moment. But there's been plenty of problems here in the second quarter. Just 9 points scored for Bologna, 20 for Ulm. And 12 of those have come from the perimeter. 3 threes for Clay Pice. And they've had another one for Blossom Game as well. Final 4 minutes of the first half. Teodosic, 4 assists in the game so far. Now Hackett battling Clay Pice into the interior and getting the push shot to fall. Samaje Christon getting it back. Looking to work with Blossom Game, who gets free on the perimeter to land another big blow to the chin of Bologna, the 2-time EuroLeague champions. Blossom Game 3 of 4 on the outside, has 11 points. Ulm by 4. Schengelia, pirouette in the paint, misses. Rebound Blossom Game. Here come Ulm again. Christon up against Hackett and Schengelia, high off the window. Schengelia the rebound. Fans want to foul. He carries the ball over centre court and finds Hackett. Final 3 minutes of the second quarter. Out to the corner it goes. Short for Weems, grabs his own rebound. Teodosic, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Teodosic behind the back. Looking to tie Clay Pice in knots, in traffic, back out. Hackett, three-point shot. Offensive rebound, Weems. And he can't find the angle off the window. Schengelia, finally somebody gets it to stick. Battling basketball from Bologna. Character able to bail them out when their quality at times has let them down. Blossom game. Right in contact to the hoop but misses. Oh, he goes through the gears. Teodosic. And runs into a big speed bump. Milos Teodosic getting his head down and going for it, swatted away from both sides as they put the legend down on the hardwood. And no foul called. Teodosic. He's going to try and get some payback, but he's way off the mark with the three, and Hackett skids along the surface and can't keep it in bounds. Teodosic is 0 of 3 on the outside now. He's only got 3 points in this game. The chair poured out from underneath of Karim Yallo, no foul. Hackett, Bologna down 2, here's Jaite. Their one-man scoring machine, 15 first-half points for Mam Jaite. A minute and a half to play in the first half, and nothing to separate Bologna and Ulm here at the Paladozza.
So, let's go watch. No, wait, 4. Side pick and roll. How we got? Go, hold 5, swing. No, can we do? Hold 5, keep. Swing. Keep. Hold 5, swing. For me and him. Okay, let's do this.
We had a huge offensive quarter from Bologna to start, winning the first by 8. We've had a huge offensive quarter from Ulm to tie, winning the second quarter by 8 so far. They've trailed by as many as 10. But this is a team that refuses to give in. It's RJ Christon. Taking it at Jaite, over the top of him. Can't get it to go, but how about the follow from Jaron Blossomgame? The Road Warriors are at it again, here on the road to greatness. Ulm ahead in Bologna. Hackett. And a foul on the defense that will send Bologna to the line. Jakovic's team at the foul limit once more, as they were in the first quarter. Bologna 5 of 7 at the stripe so far. Teodosic has struggled from the field, just 1 of 5 shooting, but he's got 5 assists and 0 turnovers in the game. And he's a perfect 3 of 3 at the line. 42-42, final minute of the first half. And the officials have something to check on. A hand injury, it seems, for Jaron Blossomgame. He's up to 13 points now, 5 rebounds and 2 blocks. Blossomgame bringing his very best again. Diallo, the role player, has had to come in. Blossomgame getting a few running repairs. They wouldn't want him to miss these final seconds of the second quarter, but he has to check out for now. Samaje Christon looking to work with Diallo. Christon trapped by 2, can't find a way out, forced into the travel. That's the 7th turnover on Ulm. Who averaged the 2nd most in the competition. Bologna have only committed 2 turnovers in the whole of this first half. They've also grabbed 3 extra offensive rebounds, so many more possessions. But the 3-point shooting has bridged the gap for Ulm. They're 6 of 13, Bologna just 1 of 10. Shaite, no problem for him on the inside, where he's got 15 points, but he can't convert that one. The first half suggesting it is once again going to be a game of fine margins here in the EuroCup playoffs. Home court advantage and seeding seemingly don't matter too much. That was Ulm's first miss at the line. There was 6 of 6 before this trip to the stripe. They are ahead by 1. Trying to battle his way past Zogic, earns a trip to the foul line off the teenager. Only 2 points in the first half for Daniel Hackett. He's 1 of 3 from the field, this time at the line. The latest to add his name to the list of Bologna players to get to the stripe. Comes back in, the man who almost single-handedly got Ulm back from 10 down with 3 threes. Hackett at the line for 2. His tough night continues. The man who won the EuroLeague with CSKA in 2019. Season to start was his 10th EuroLeague campaign of his career. His 4th with CSKA before making the move to Bologna mid-season. Alessandro Paiola checks in with the scores level at 43. Shot clock turned off at the end of the first half. Samaje Christon hoping to orchestrate the final shot of the second quarter for Ulm. To take on Schengelia. Christon from the elbow with a hand in his face, knocks it down to beat the buzzer, and Ulm are looking to upset the odds again. At the break, they lead in Bologna. Samaje Christon and Jaron Blossomgame once again doing the business, combining for 23 points in the first half, as Ulm lead by 2 at half-time. That was a gigantic second quarter.
Until now, a typical tough playoff game. What do you expect for second half?
The same thing, man. Two great teams going at it. We made some great plays. They made some great plays as well. Looking forward to the second half.
Thank you so much.
Sharon Blossomgame said before this game, we're not backing down from anyone. And he certainly hasn't. He leads Ulm with 13 points. He's got a game-high 5 rebounds as well, and 2 block shots.
For us, simple. It's all about defense. We need to do a better job on getting back on defense and making a better job on the Blossom game and same as Christian. Very simple.
Thank you so much.
Shaite, the top scorer in the game of all players, 15 points. He's 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 at the line, 3 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. But nobody else has more than 6 for Bologna. Shaite has been carrying the fight all by himself at times. It was close over the first few minutes before Bologna started to pull away. Kyle Weems, 4 early points, including that explosive dunk, but he hasn't scored since. Not able to battle back, having trailed by as many as 10. Down by 8 at the end of the first. Blossomgame and his teammates turned to their outside shooting. They were able to bridge that gap. Tejan Dosic was pulling the strings, 5 assists early on. Clay by Scott Hart, 3 threes in the second for him. And able to take the lead from 10 down. Part of a well-balanced offense for them. 9 points for him, 8 for Bretzel, 8 for Christon, 13 for Blossomgame. Schengelia, the second top scorer for Bologna, but only with 6. A 28-point second quarter for Ratio Farm Ulm, and they take a 2-point lead into the main break on the road at Bologna here in the quarterfinals. 3-point shooting, the big difference maker. They're 6 of 13 on the outside. Bologna just 1 of 10 at the perimeter in this game. So they trail despite just 2 turnovers in the first 20 minutes. Andrews slicing and scoring and just alleviating the pressure on the road team to tie the game. Andrews on 5 assists, looking for another one. Back to Andrews in the corner, little push shot mid-range, got it again. Stop and pop 3 will drop right on cue for Andrews. Only his second shot of the game. I've got 4 offensive rebounds already. That's a nice pass inside, though, for the points from David Dudzinski. Andrews continues his excellent performance.
Toko Schengelia with a highlight reel alley-oop, bounding above the rim and hammering it home to bring his team back within 1 on the opening score.
Surely that's it now. It is now, with the steal and the chance for the exclamation point from Cody Miller-McIntyre. It doesn't get more passionate than Partizan playoff basketball. Belgrade booming with anticipation and ecstasy. If Bursaspor are to survive the Serbians' heat, they are going to have to produce better defense than that. Blossomgame back to Christon, 3-point shot for him, and into the hands of Al Ribas. Quarterback pass from Rebas, and in the end zone, a touchdown from Parrott, showing his power in the paint in the playoffs.
Zone defense just ripped apart. Zach Auguste said, yum, yum, let me have some of that. Bellinelli. Hervey checking the game clock. Jacked with 4.5 on it. Three-quarter court heave. Oh, and it goes to beat the buzzer. What a dramatic conclusion to the first quarter. Because his board led Cabela's Panavagis back to within 4 points. Ramliak throws the ball and gives the ball to Dylan Ennis. Ennis goes upstairs, and we had the 7 days magic moment, and Ennis repays the favor.
And here goes Brown, and throwing it down efficiently there. Efficiently is the understatement. Puerto thought he had a shot at the block. No chance. Jalen Brown had one thing in his mind, the one-handed throwdown. That's the definition of fast break right there.
And this is going to get ugly soon, unless Aubrey Dawkins brings something out of the magic hat. The beautiful pass.
Hannah. Well, McIntyre looking for room, dumps it off. Oh, and hammered home by Omuyiwa. Absolutely thrown down with authority.
Welcome back to the Paladozza in northern Italy. Bologna 43, all 45 at the main break. The lower seeded team on the road ahead and looking for their second consecutive big upset after winning in Badalona in the last 16. They now lead by 2 at halftime in the quarterfinals here in the 7 days EuroCup. We'll see the numbers from the first half. Just 2 turnovers for Bologna, 7 for Ulm. Bologna also grabbed 3 extra offensive rebounds, so they've had more possessions. They've taken 40 field goal attempts, Bologna. Ulm have only taken 33. And Bologna are also taking 3 more free throw attempts, but yet they trail. That's because they're just 1 of 10 for 10% on the perimeter. And Ulm, who knocked down 5 of their 6 threes in the second quarter, are 6 of 13. Those 5 second quarter threes, part of a 28-point second period for them. And that's got them ahead, having trailed by as many as 10. The main protagonist in that story on the perimeter, Jaron Blossom Game, who's 3 of 4, and leads them with 13 points. And Tomasz Klejpais, who's 3 of 3, and has 9 points, all of those coming in the second quarter. They've had 8 each from Bretzel and Samaje Christon, who's got 4 assists. It's been a better spread on the offense for them, with those 4 players stepping up and starring. Bologna have had pretty much everybody who's taken to the court score. But Namjaite, the only big scorer for them, has 15 at the half. Shengelia has 6. Teodosic has 5 points as well as 5 assists. They've got a huge huge second half to come to save their season. We've seen 2 of the title favourites ejected already at the hands of underdogs. Ulm knocking out Juventud, the top seed in the playoffs last week. And a night later, of course, Partizan fell at home to Bursaspor. It seems unthinkable that we could lose Bologna as well. That's the beauty of this concept, though, in the EuroCup playoffs this season. Single game knockouts. And Ulm feeling like they can beat anybody right now. Joan Blossomgame was talking before this game about how exciting this bracket in the new format is and how it levels the playing field somewhat. Especially if you get this far, keep it close, you really put the pressure on the favourites. And we saw 2 favourites crumble last week in the last 16. How is the mentality of Bologna here on home court tonight? No shortage of experience, of course, with the likes of Hackett and Schengelia playing at EuroLeague Final Fours. Bellinelli playing over 900 games in the NBA. Milos Teodosic, the former EuroLeague MVP, 3-time All-EuroLeague first team, a member of the All-Decade team. Perhaps Partizan would point to their lack of experience going out last week against Bursaspor at home. Lots of young players on their roster. That is not a potential excuse for this Bologna team. To use not just their quality but their character with that experience now in the second half to repel an Ulm side seemingly riding a wave of momentum all the way from the Spanish coast, having knocked out Juventud last week. Samaje Christon and Jaron Blossomgame, they're 2 big hitters doing it again, playing big minutes once more. Blossomgame only missed 36 seconds of that first half. Samaje Christon played 17.5 minutes. It's a big difference between the 2 teams in terms of how they spread their minutes around. Ulm with their standout stars, Bologna with their strength in depth. Will those fresher legs count for anything in the second half for Bologna? Will that experience count for anything? Or will Ulm continue to plough through everything in their playoff path?
Coach, a good first quarter, then what happened?
Well, we lost our pace. Defensively, we were not too good. We got to get back playing defense.
Thank you.
Yeah, he saw his team hold the opponents to 17 points in the first quarter. But then they poured in 28 in the second. Ulm. The message from coach Sergio Scariolo to start playing defense again.
Coach, what did you like in the first half of your team?
I like the fight. We fought, we played with confidence, and I thought we had pretty good stretches of good defense, and this is the key. We have to do a better job rebounding and keeping an eye on details.
Thank you.
Jakalakovic's team ahead so far. Here we go then, start of the second half. Bologna 43, Ulm 45. Jakalakovic taking charge of Ulm's first playoff game last week since 2014, getting that huge win on the road at Badalona. Can he do it again, the young coach? And carry Ulm past another former EuroLeague champion. They have the ball at the start of the third quarter. Blossom game. Now Samaje Christon. Stuck too tightly by Paola on the elbow. Little push shot here. So Darius Thornwell not too involved in that first half. He's 0 of 3 from the field now. 2 points, 2 assists in the game. He's a player that can really step up to depth in attack to Christon and Blossom game. Schengelia. High looping cross-court pass as they try and find the gaps in this much improved Ulm defense. Schengelia picks them off on the perimeter. Just their second 3 on their 11th attempt. 1 of 10 in the first half. That's the perfect way to start the second from downtown for Bologna, who have the lead. Shot clock down to the final few seconds. Offensive foul on Bretzel. And Bologna couldn't have wished for a better start. He started really well, Nicholas Bretzel. 8 early points, 5 rebounds he's got in the game as well, but that was his second turnover. He's not scored in a long time. Schengelia threads the eye of the needle. Jaite puts it in. 17 points for Mam Jaite. Bologna lead by 3. It's a 5-0 start to the second half. Schengelia's second assist. He had 8 assists last week in the last 16 win. He took on the main creative role, Toko Schengelia. Plenty of players on this Bologna roster who can do that. That's going to be an offensive foul against the determined Karim Yallo. And Ulm have now committed 2 consecutive turnovers and conceded 2 consecutive baskets to Bologna, who are now looking for a third score without reply at the start of the third quarter. Paola. Schengelia. Teodosic, 5 assists in the game. Looking for another. Out to the far side. Weems falls well short. Schengelia trying to telegraph it. And Bologna continue to battle on the boards where they have been the better team. Alessandro Paola will inbound from the baseline. A 5-0 start to the third quarter for Bologna. Teodosic. They've had chances to increase it, and they can't take them. Despite that excellent start, it's only a 3-point game. Blossom game, sidestep 3, air ball bounces off his teammate into the hands of Bretzel, but a foul. That was why it hit Thornwell so awkwardly, because he'd been pushed out of position in the paint. Paola the infringer. Blossom game, he's hit 3 threes already. This time takes it onto the interior, misses. Rebound grabbed by Weems. Paola prodding and probing. Schengelia taking it at pace. Forced away by Blossom game. Schengelia spins to the baseline, finds a way down the baseline to the corner. Jaite can't convert. Fine margins with the interior passing and then shot. Crossover far side, drawing the double team. Blossom game with the miss on the inside. They'll battle for the loose ball. Ulm able to tame it. Fans want to travel or an out of bounds. Thornwell the miss.
And Ulm can't buy a bucket right now. They haven't scored in the second half, and Schengelia, looking to punish them, was travelling too fast under the hoop. Thornwell looking to go coast to coast. Can't bank it in, but how about the putback from Bretzel? The product of the Ulm juniors flying for the stuff. That's a way to stop the rot. Their first score after 3.5 minutes in this third quarter. Bretzel up to double digits after a positive start, and then a dry spell. And there's Paiola, putting Bologna back up by 3. It's a 9-2 quarter. And now the points have started to fall for Ulm as Samaje Christon attacks. 3 scorers in double figures already. Teodosic in behind Clay Pice. Little hesitation in the paint, and he puts it in. 7 points, 5 assists for Milos Teodosic. Samaje Christon guarded by Teodosic. Christon looking back out. Clay Pice, 3 threes in the game already. They can't find room to breathe on the perimeter. A shot clock violation. And Bologna hear it from their home fans. Their defense has held Ulm to 4 points in 4.5 minutes. Teodosic. No look pass, Schengelia out to Paiola, locked and loaded. Not hitting the target though. Clay Pice, the rebound, lost it, but it's Ulm ball. Teodosic jamming his finger straight away to the bench. Let's take a look. He's trying to take it off Clay Pice. Appears to have dislocated the finger. And knows that Bologna can hardly do without him, so wants to get it back into play straight away. He's on the bench receiving treatment, and Samaje Christon rubbing salt in Bologna wounds. 12 points for Christon, his second basket in quick succession. Weems. Bologna by just 1, trying to wriggle free on the baseline. Blocked not once, but twice. Bologna's top scorer shut down. And Thornwell bouncing off bodies and getting shut down himself by Schengelia. A block party in Bologna. Toko taking charge on the defensive end. After Weems had been stopped by a pack of Ulm players, Thornwell didn't know what was breathing down his neck. A big chase back from Schengelia.
Wait. What now? Let's don't give Anders this way, okay? Go over, keep him up. Guys, we got Barca down. Tommy here, Seal here. 5, 4. Okay, you're coming. Seal, you go over, Tommy, you go under. Net, screen, watch this. Right. Points, 4 assists so far for Samaje Christon.
13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks for Jaron Blossomgame, 10 points for Nicholas Bretzel, and 7 rebounds as well for the youngster. Ulmer right there, trailing by just 1. Jaite on 17 points, the only double-digit scorer so far for Bologna. Bellinelli up against Clay Pice. Tough shot, Bellinelli got it. Determined to get his shot away despite the tight defense. Bologna by 3, 4 minutes of the third to play. Clay Pice getting in behind Bellinelli. And that one good for Nat Diallo, the role player. He got fouled as he put it in as well. What an important impact from Nat Diallo. He might not have been on the roster tonight had Philip Herkenhoff been fit. A chance at a three-point play for Diallo. And they grab the rebound off the miss. Home with a chance to take the lead again. Batted back to Blossomgame for 3. Rattles down another. The man who said we're not backing down from anyone has knocked them down at will from the perimeter. Jaite. Weems to Bellinelli. High off the hop, won't go for him. Offensive rebound, Jaite, and offering the energy to put it in was Kevin Hervey as he flashes past his opponents. 56-56. Three minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the third. 56-56 the score. Nothing to separate these two, despite the home court advantage for Bologna. All of the money spent on this roster and their better record through the course of the campaign. Clay Pice takes the long 2 this time over the top of Hervey and puts Ulm back ahead. Bellinelli off to Hackett. Hervey. Cordigne for 3. He's there. Cordigne still not scored from the field. He's 0 of 3. Thornwell spinning and going for everything and getting fouled mid-air by Cordigne. We're seeing a second foul on Hackett. Paola has 3 for Bologna. Nobody has more than that. They've spread their fouls around. Bretzel now has 3, as does Fedor Zugic for Ulm. Ulm really having an impact on the boards. 8 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. He's got 2 blocks as well, but he's 0 of 7 from the field. Albeit taking care of business at the line, where he's 3 of 3. Comes Christoph Phillips, the 23-year-old who scored a pair of free throws and had a steal in the first half. He's only played a couple of minutes. Cordigne to Hackett. Sampson. Hervey taking a quick shot, pops out. Samaje Christ on the rebound, his 4th. 12 points and 6 assists now for Christoph. Is he going to create or score this time? Gliding towards the baseline, he goes to the foul line for 2. When Ulm needs something to go, you know it's going to be in the hands of Christon or Blossom Game. You know what's coming, but you can't stop it. Bologna at the foul limit. That was a foul on the shot anyway, as Cordigné picks up his first. So Ulm lead by 5. Just 1 of 2 at the line. And that will do for now. 2 minutes of the third to play. As the pressure increases on Bologna. Cordigné off to Samson. They'll try and wrestle it off him in the paint. Cordigné with the helping hand. Christon fizzes the pass to Thornwell. 0 of 7 from the field. Can he do something here? No, he can't. He turns it over. He's been brilliant on the boards, but really struggled on the offensive end. Sampson. Hackett. Looking to take on Phillips. They're nibbling at Hackett on the perimeter. And he keeps hold of the ball and draws the foul. Jaka Lakovic, the orchestrator of the upset here in the EuroCup so far. His team lead by 3, a minute to play in the third. Bellinelli slips it past 2. Samson to the basket and 1. Jakar Samson releases the pressure valve on Bologna. You can see what it means to him. An outpouring of frustration and emotion all around this arena. (61-61), 11 minutes to play. St. Darius Thornwell gets it back from Yala, and a nightmare night for him from the field. Christon taking on Hackett, taking on everybody, getting some breathing room, missing the shot though. And Samson with a big play on the boards as well. After that 3-point play on the offensive end, there's a foul on Christon, his second. This is going to be edge of your seat, hold your breath type of drama down the final stretch again here in the 7 days EuroCup. Cordigné at the line to try and give Bologna the edge. On a night where you feel these teams will need each and every point they can possibly muster. Bologna now 9 of 13 from the stripe, Ulm 10 of 13. Cordigné just 1 of 3. Able to recover to hit the second on that trip. Samaje Christon, double figures now in 17 of 18 games this season. Thornwell, will he take another shot? Guarded by Cordigné, tries to wriggle free and puts it in with the finger roll. Cordigné called for the foul. That came early on as Thornwell then broke free to get to the basket. And the basket does not count. So he'll go to the line again, where he is 4 of 4, despite going 0 of 7 from the field. Listen to the reaction of this Italian crowd as Ulm miss a free throw. They're feeling a little hard done by at the moment. One of two at the stripe, as we saw from Bologna a few moments ago as well, so we're back level again at 62. The shot clock turned off at the end of the third quarter. Teodosic. Looking to generate the final shot. Nobody better to try and do so here at the end of the third quarter. Takes it himself, misses it. Offensive rebound. Samson! Muscle over magic as Bologna look to battle past Ulm. Jakar Samson with a chance at another three-point play. A huge effort on the glass from Samson. He misses the and one this time, having completed the three-point play not too long ago, but he will get a retake. 2.6 seconds remaining for Ulm. Samson looks to put the home team up by 3. And he gets it. 2.5 seconds for Ulm to throw something up. Otherwise, they're going to the fourth behind. They might throw something away. Hackett! The Paladozza erupts. Bologna saying to Ulm, there'll be no upset here tonight. The Germans shoot themselves in the foot. In the dying embers of the third quarter, Daniel Hackett gets the circus shot to fall. And this place goes crazy. Moment could that be, not just tonight, but in this 7 days EuroCup season? We've stuck right there for so long, had the lead by 5 in this third quarter. Bologna showing not just their quality, but their mentality. Will overturn that deficit to withstand the barrage of blows from the likes of Samaje Christon. And to get different contributors on the offensive and defensive ends for themselves in the most pressured situation. Jakar Samson came in and produced several big plays. And Bologna will take a 5-point lead into the fourth, 67-62, despite still only shooting 11% on the perimeter, where they're 2 of 18. Still only committed to 2 turnovers in the game. That is quite remarkable. And will really disappoint Jaka Lakovic, the Ulm head coach, that his team haven't pressured the ball handlers of Bologna to increase that figure. He said that Ulm would have to keep the turnovers down. They averaged 14.4 a game. They haven't done that. 12 over the first 3 quarters. So for all of the good things they have done tonight, Ulm, they find themselves down by 5 heading into the fourth. Daniel Hackett with one of perhaps the biggest moments in this EuroCup campaign at the end of the third quarter. Think about the Jakar Samson 3-point play with the offensive rebound of Teodosic's miss, and then the Hackett steal and shot. That is 5 points in the last 3 seconds of the third quarter for Bologna. They start the fourth with the ball as well. Cordigne exploding to the basket and bringing the house down. Isaiah Cordigne with a cracker, and Bologna have raised the bar. The Italians lead by 7. 3-point shot to try and answer back for Ulm, who never waved the white flag. Jaron Blossomgame again. A 4-point gap with 9 minutes and change remaining. An explosive start to the fourth quarter. Cordigne bumped to the baseline, bumped over the baseline, turns it over, no foul. Fans in the front row asking for a push by the defense. Not getting the answer they want. What a timely 3 it was to respond to that big Cordigne dunk. Clay Pice, this time faked the 3, went inside for Bretzel, who gets fouled mid-air, and will go to the line for 2 as Ulm try and close the gap to 1 possession again, having trailed by 7. Points for Nicholas Bretzel tonight. 7 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. That's how fine the margins are. The bounce, the hop, the roll, got nothing. It was the most admirable thing about Ulm's display in Badalona last week in the last 16, that even when the hosts, Joventut, opened up a few gaps, Ulm were able to keep it close. They're doing the same thing again here tonight. Hackett. Hervey far side, takes the 3, misses it, rebound Bretzel, his 8th of the game. Clay Pice lost it, Hervey recovers it. And that's an excellent pass, Cordigne set to fly again. Not quite as emphatic the finish, but it counts just the same. Defense providing the platform from which Cordigne could launch the offense. Clay Pice hit 3 threes in the second, and there's a gliding, soaring, vital 3 here in the fourth. He's 4 of 4 from downtown, 5 of 5 from the field for 14 points. Ulm within 2. Bellinelli forced into the miss by Clay Pice on the defensive end this time. A chance for Ulm to take the lead. Blossomgame! They refuse to back down. Jaron Blossomgame with his 6th on the outside, and Ulm lead again. Hackett to Cordigne. 3-pointer for him, rims out. Blossomgame, the rebound. And this crowd can't quite believe what they've seen over the last couple of minutes. They thought their team were pulling away. Nobody ever seems to be able to pull away from this Ratio Farm Ulm side. There's a foul on Jakar Sampson. Christon inviting the attention of the defense. Blossomgame hurting Bologna from deep again. He is locked in here tonight. 22 points now. 1 ahead of his tally from the last 16 game in Badalona last week. Here he is again with the hot hand. Three-point shot misses. He was 6 of 8 before that one. Hackett. Teodosic. Most of his 5 assists coming early on. That one off the leg of Blossom Game. Will reset the shot clock to 14. It was a 7-point lead off that big Isaiah Cordigné dunk at the start of this quarter. 18 seconds into this quarter to be precise, a 69-62 lead. Since then, a 2-10 run for Ulm over the course of the last 2.5 minutes. Bologna fans trying to get their team to dig a little deeper, find a spark. Schengelia misses the 3. Cordigné, offensive rebound, wrestled it off Clay Pice. Teodosic to Sampson. Ulm trying to battle back into defensive position to weather the storm, and they have done. Ulm ahead by 1, 6 minutes to play. Clay Pice. Bretzel out to the corner. Here's Blossom Game. Up high to the young centre who puts it in at the end of the shot clock buzzer. Bologna don't like it. They feel the basket shouldn't count. It was too late, the shot. Bretzel Faltid continued his fine night, his perfect night in terms of scoring so far. It will be checked on the video by the officials. The basket counted by the officials on viewing the first time, not on viewing on the monitor. The points chalked off for Bretzel. He must have released the shot just after the expiration of the shot clock. Hard to see on that image there. A millisecond too late. 71-72 is the updated score. Here's Cordigné. Schengelia. Trying to draw the double team to find Cordigné free. Ball kicked away. Teodosic to Jaite in traffic, down the lane, got it again. 19 for Mam Jaite. Where would Bologna be without him? Nobody else has more than 9 points. He's now got 19. And they're back ahead, right to the midway point of the 4th quarter. Yallo to Clay Pice, 14 points for him. There's a whistle on the play. 4 double-digit scorers for Ulm. 11 for Bretzel, 14 for Clay Pice, 13 for Christon, 22 for Blossom Game. And the officials with some sorting out to do at the scorers table again. And we'll go to the benches for a timeout just over the midway point of the 4th quarter. Bologna leading by the finest of margins, 73-72 over the underdogs, Ratio Farm Ulm. 7 days, magic moment. Daniel Hackett, that's what he was brought here from Seska to do. Down the final stretch of the EuroCup campaign with the big shots in the big moments of Bologna's season. That gave them a 5-point lead at the end of the third.
We go here.
They stretched that to 7.
Yes, we switch.
With the first score of the fourth quarter. They're 6 falling behind.
We match up
and now lead
and
by
we
just
step
1.
up on everyone. Lost this one. This Klepesh is a year. Next play. Horns 5 kick. Horns 5 kick.
Bologna came into this EuroCup season as the standout favourites to go all the way and lift the trophy. The joint second favourites were Juventud Badalona and Partizan, who were both ejected last week. There is very much the possibility the top 3 favourites go out, and Valencia, the only team remaining who were right towards the top in that regard. There's Cordigne celebrating a turnover. Like a basket, because Bologna know each and every possession at this stage now, down the final stretch, will be so important, or potentially so important. It's a 4th personal foul on Bretzel, so he's the first player within 1 foul of fouling out. Teodosic, 7.6 assists for him. In traffic, somehow finding room to play the pass, but it was then intercepted and out of bounds. Still Bologna ball, 3.9 to shoot. We're going to go back to the benches for a timeout. 73-72 Bologna. Can Sergio Scariolo and the Italians do what Željko Obradović and Partizan couldn't do last week, with all of their experience and all of the stars, hold off the challenge of an underdog on home court in front of a big crowd down the final stretch?
So Isaiah, Milos, Toko, and Mam. Isaiah, you go first. Milos, you go second. We hit him, and then Isaiah, make a back before Mam, and Togo, you're the 4-1 guy. To me. Okay, yes, if it's not clear to Isaiah, you go, and you're ready to back. Pass here. You hit it, and you can go with your right, or you have also Mam with the back.
Okay, if he cannot pass to me,
Togo, okay. Keep. Go,
So Coach Scariolo, a man who's led Spain to 3 Eurobasket gold medals, as well as winning Spanish League titles with both Real Madrid and Malaga, looking to have his say on these final 3.9 seconds of the shot clock, and on the evening as a whole, with Bologna in need of all the expertise they can get. Teodosic takes it and misses by a long way, falling down to the deck, and that's a shot clock violation. Jaite trying to save it underneath, but the shot clock does expire. Samaje Christon up against Teodosic, showing no fear whatsoever. Schengelia knocked it away. Jallo trying to tame the loose ball. 3-point shot will drop right in the bottom of the net for Sindarius Thornwell. Ulm ahead by 2. His first field goal, having missed his first 7 tonight. What a time to get it for Thornwell. He was 0 of 7 before that shot. 6 on the inside, 1 on the outside. And then he hits the 11th three of the game for Ulm. And Bologna commit the turnover off the back of that. A 4th foul on Cordigne. 14 fouls for them as well now. Christon has Ulm looked to make it a 2-possession lead. Samaje Christon going to work here on Jaite, the 2 stars face to face, and Christon looking to close it, looking to orchestrate the upset again. Jaite now looking for payback at the opposite end to keep Bologna within 2. 21 for Mam Jaite. But 15 for Christon and 22 for Blossom Game for Ulm. 3 minutes to play. The Germans lead by 2 on the road in Italy. 3-point shot rims out. Hackett the rebound. Teodosic puts the brakes on. He'll take his time. Then finds Jaite. He's the go-to guy. It has been all evening long for Bologna. He's up to 23 points. 77-77 inside the final 3 minutes. He's 10 of 14 from the field. Now this one is going right down to the wire.
One foul. Hey. Jay, bring him here, okay? Hey, come and screen. You cannot sleep, they don't switch. But doesn't matter. Hey, now he may come in with a small, okay? With a small. So let's go. Let's go. Here. Big man, big here, so they cannot pump up. Big here with Cordigne or Luis. Hey, he's a poor pickle.
This is it now, money time for Sergio Scariolo and his players. For Ratio Farm Ulm, it's almost like there's nothing to lose. They came here as underdogs. They went to Bologna last week as underdogs. And they have been locked in, focused all night long again. Jaite the rebound. Teodosic shifts it on. Shengelia looks back out, turns it over. It breaks kindly for Christon, who flies and gets shut down by Kyle Weems. He swats that one out of the Paladozza. A super block to stop Ulm's superstar. They'll go again, though. Clay Pice approaching the final 2 minutes. Thornwell misses. A battle for the board. Jaite comes up with it. So many big plays from him this evening for Bologna. Hackett. This is pressure time right now. Teodosic. Weems for 3. Jaite another rebound. A fresh 14 on the shot clock. Teodosic bounce past Shengelia trying to grab it. Foul on the floor. They wanted unsportsmanlike, saying he was held on to.
It's feisty and physical. Nerves are jangling. You could cut the tension with a knife. A season boiled down to 90 seconds. And the officials have to make sure that they're spot on with every call. They have a big one to make here. Regular foul. We'll only have one in this fourth quarter. Bologna on 4 already. That impacts the kind of defense that can be played over the final 90 seconds. Teodosic takes the 3, rims out. Weems tipped it to Jaite, who put it in, and Bologna leads with 81 seconds to play. .25 for Jaite. A career night for him. It's not yet a winning night, though. Christon got some instructions from the bench, dished it back for the 3 that was halfway down and came back out again. Now a chance for Bologna in the final minute to make it a 2-possession lead. Teodosic to work with Jaite, who rolls inside, back out to Shengelia. Shengelia switches hands, misses, but Jaite is there on the boards. The man who's won it for Bologna, surely now. A career-high 27 points, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds. He has bailed out Bologna big time. EuroLeague champions in 1998 and 2001, 16-time, and now reigning champions of Italy after their first in 2 decades last season. BCL winners in 2019. They're on the rise again. And these fans, over 5,000 of them at the Paladozza, rise as one. They're saluting the efforts of their one-man offense, Mam Jaite. He's got 27 points on 12 of 16 shooting from the field, 3 of 4 at the line, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds, a 37 index rating. Still 40 seconds to play. Bologna lead by 4, though. Never write Ulm off. Samaje Christon. Clay Pice. Breaks into the paint, forced into the miss, batted back into Bologna hands. Mam Jaite, the immovable object on the interior. He's the unstoppable force on the offensive end as well. Bologna are very nearly there. .1 seconds to play, 81-77. The Bologna lead, and they have the ball.
Here's a look at the leaders in the various categories. Jaite, 27 points is a career high, 11 rebounds, including 6 offensive rebounds, which ties his career high. Teodosic up to 8 assists now, without a single turnover. Looks as though the 22.7 rebound, 2-block night for Jaron Blossom game is going to be in vain. Partizan, however, threw away a 5-point lead in the final seconds as Bursaspor forced overtime in the last 16. It's not over till it's over. Bologna lead by 4, 21.1 to play. This place is booming. It really is an outpouring of emotion now. So much tension and frustration built in that's being let out in song. Bologna up by 4, appear to be going to the Final Four, to the semi-finals of the 7 days EuroCup, and they have been pushed to the brink. The important thing here is to keep the ball. Don't allow Ulm the steal. Keep the ball, draw the foul. Ulm do have 1 foul to give still, which might not be in their favour. It means they have to foul twice to stop the clock before they can get the ball back. Here we go then. Bologna by 4. Inbound with Paola. They get it in. That's the first challenge. Spinning away Bellinelli. Nobody more experienced than him to try and keep the ball. And he draws the foul. Now there's only 15.8 to play. Bellinelli, a product of the Bologna juniors 2 decades ago, before going away to win the 2014 NBA championship with the Spurs, playing over 900 games in that competition. What a story for him to come back and potentially to go all the way in this competition. It's Hackett, the target of the inbound this time, and straight away the foul that takes Ulm to the limit and sends Bologna to the line to try and stretch their 4-point lead with 14.8 to play. Only 5 points tonight for Daniel Hackett. He was 1 of 2 on his previous trip to the line. So many players, though, that can step up on any given night. And tonight, it has been Mam Jaite in a big way. Nobody else for Bologna has double figures. Hackett puts Bologna up by 6. They are close to sealing it. Close to advancing. Close to surviving. Doing something that Partizan and Juventud couldn't. Escaping the wrath of the underdogs. It's Bologna 83, Lazio Farm Ulm 77 with just a few seconds to play.
touch the ball. Be extremely attentive because they will try to put you in that trouble. Okay? Be solid with your body. When they get it, we play fist fight. But try to stay sent to the ball on back pick. And if someone fall on the back pick, we switch. But try not to get caught behind the back pick. Push them to the ball. And I want pie on the ball. Pie on the ball. Okay? We got it?
Come li vuoi? A pressare o flottato?
Push it this way.
Watch out,
Okay?
passing.
Okay? Go.
Hey, what's the back pick the passing game?
Let's go.
Watch out, let's go.
Yet another fantastic contest in this new EuroCup format. Bologna have had their injuries through the season. They've had their scares tonight. But it looks as though they're going to the semi-finals. All now need a couple of threes and a steal in between, or missed free throws. Out of bounds off the foot of Paiola. So we'll take two for Samaje Christon to try and get the ball in. And he does. Three-point shot has to go, doesn't go. They need the rebound, they don't have much time. Christon doesn't go again. And that surely now is that. Only 6.3 to play. Bologna have another player down hurt. And they signed Ekpe Udo, of course, EuroLeague champion and former NBA. He's missed the whole campaign. We saw a few moments ago in the crowd of Udo Abbas, who hasn't played all season, along with Amar Ali Begovic, who's missing tonight. He missed the likes of Milos Teodosic, Nicolo Mannion, and a few others when they lost in Ulm in January. They've timed many of their recoveries well to get some key players back for the playoffs. They don't want to lose anybody at this stage. It's Alessandro Paiola, who's hurt, but at least back on his feet and across to the bench. .4, they added a millisecond onto the clock, I believe. But it's a time for miracles now for all. Clay Pice, they need to get it back to the perimeter, really blocked by Sampson. Thank you, ma'am. That's the message from a Paladotza pulsating with pride and passion on a career night for Mam Jaite. His 27 points and 11 rebounds, bringing Bologna back from the brink to keep their journey going into the semi-finals of the EuroCup. For Jakalakovic and Ulm, it's the end of the line. They can leave with their heads held high, coming so close to consecutive road upsets. Now, two of the tournament favourites, but Bologna do what Badalona couldn't do in the last 16. Here in the quarterfinals, they march on to the final four. And it was all about Mam Jaite, the only scorer for them in double figures with those 27 points, a career high on 12 of 16 shooting. On a night where others struggled, he carried the weight of responsibility with the pressure heaped on his shoulders. The final score at the Paladozza. Virtus Segafredo Bologna 83. Lazio Farm Ulm 77. Bologna progress to the semi-finals of the 7 days EuroCup. We lost 2 of the 4 favourites in the last 16. We were close to losing another of them tonight. Ulm pushed Bologna as much as they possibly could, but these fans played a part in pushing the hosts over the line. Over 5,000 at the Paladozza, able to celebrate. A roster of stars able to breathe a huge sigh of relief. And now they can look forward to a semi-final tie here next week, where Sergio Scariolo's team go again. They will wait until tomorrow to find out their opponents in the next round, Valencia or Metropolitan 92. But for now, it's just about tonight. And what a night it was.
Manchete, you got a typical playoff game. What was the winning key?
The key of the game was defense. And I think we were able to make the right stop at the right time. And, you know, just want to say, those games with this situation are very, very difficult. The situation of one game, do or die, extremely hard. So I'm very happy, proud of what we have done. But we're still very hungry. We have a lot of ambitious. We want to go to the end. So it's one game. We need to enjoy tonight, but we need to stay focused and keep ready for the next one.
Thank you so much.
Jaite, the man of the moment. A career high 27 points. He was 12 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 at the line. He had 11 rebounds and tied his career high with 6 offensive rebounds. Quite remarkably, the performance index rating of 38 is not a career high. He had a 41 index rating on the road at Venezia in March. But the 27-year-old 2 meters 11 centre with a huge performance here tonight, where many of his fellow stars on that Bologna roster struggle.
Coach, a typical playoff game decided by the test. What was the winning key?
Well, I think we play much better defense in the second half. Overall, we had just a little slump when we got 7 points advantage and they get back 1 up. But especially when they went 4 up, then we made 2 or 3 really good consecutive defensive possession, and we found the men open offensively. We had several players who contributed offensively, so that's good for us.
Thank you so much.
Well, his team had to do it in a slightly different way tonight. The third highest team all time in terms of assists per game in this competition this season. But they only had 19 tonight. They were 7-0 with 23 assists in a game this season. That was the target for them. They did it a different way.
Coach, a typical playoff tough game decided by the test. Where your team is worth more?
I thought we lost. He lost a couple of details, not using the small fouls correctly, wisely, and they punish. Offensive rebound, and the end is details. Big game, details.
Thank you so much.
The thoughts of Jaka Lakovic, the Ulm head coach. His team bow out of the competition at the quarter-final stage. They tie their best ever effort in this competition. They got to the quarter-finals in their debut season back in 2013. It was their first time back since. They won't go any further. Daniel Hackett with the magic moment of the night. Digne trying to trumpet. That's when Bologna were up by 7 at the start of the fourth quarter. But Ulm looked to battle back again. Turned to their outside shooters once more. They knocked down 11 threes on the night. Clay Pice had 4 of them. Blossom Game had 6. Bologna only had 2 threes on 24 attempts. A torrid percentage. But on the interior, Mam Jaite stood head and shoulders above everybody else. It became a defensive dogfight down the final stretch, just a 16-15 fourth quarter to Bologna. Jaite's offensive rebounds and stickbacks ultimately proving decisive, as they only shot 8% on the outside, 42% for Ulm, knocking down 11 threes, but it wasn't enough in the end. They committed 9 extra turnovers. Bologna protected the ball well all night long. That means Bologna go through to the semi-finals, where they will face the winners of Valencia Metropolitan tomorrow. In the other quarterfinal tonight, Gran Canaria knocked out at home to Andorra, 77-79. That quarterfinal did see an upset. There might be a few more to come. We'll see you at the next stop on the road to greatness here in the 7 days EuroCup.
7 days EuroCup in association with